Taurus, how's it going? Disclaimer in the background if you hear the song. Also, just to open it off, trigger warning if need be, I'll say that. Because messages are general, whatever comes through. It's wanted to be in the known more so, right? Strong in the energy. So, Taurus, what we have is 2:08 p.m. Central Time, Friday, Good Friday at that, April 18th. Let's see what we have for Taurus. Okay, we have two more. Taurus begins. Oh no, it's Gemini then. Taurus. Wait, no, it is Taurus. And then Gemini. Hold on, let me confirm on that. Okay, yeah. April 20th, Taurus. So Sunday, this Sunday, Taurus and then Gemini. Okay, we have romance and memories coming through so far. Let's see. That's way too many spirit. I'm seeing emotional repair surrounding my empathy. Okay. Boundaries, loyalty, and inspiration showing through. Okay, I feel like it's going to be a longer reading, but we'll see what the flow is like. Emotional repair showing through again, overall, and crossing teamwork. So there's going to be group efforts, and if not, it's wise to collaborate in group efforts to, in doing so, you'll be best supporting your emotional structure, whether you're realizing it or not. I'm seeing like a group of, it could be male or females, you know how the guys, huddle up and go out when, one of them had a breakup or, whatever situation's going on. Same goes along for females, the ladies, right? So it's that kind of energy where they can huddle up and get together and let's just go out for some drinks or to play some pool or something. But, more comes of that, right? They're able to release themselves of worry, right? Because they're mingling with their guy friends or the ladies with their girlfriends, right? However, girl or guys, those evolve to have girlfriends and guy friends, no matter their sex, right? Strictly friends. So yeah, and it's like much comes of it. Much more comes of just getting out to go like play some pool or have a drink or have a meal, and it could be as simple as going to a lake, a river, fishing, right? The beach, going for a walk on the trail, going for a walk in the neighborhood, simple as that, or even like group chats. Okay, kind of energy. More to come of it. We have here Knight of Swords on romance. Romantic energy is flowing, Taurus, bringing sweetness and tenderness to your relationship. New sparks are flying. See, and I feel that that's what's going on. New sparks will fly, and if not, are ready, because you're stepping out, you're allowing the flow of love. Romantic tends to be more on a compassionate, intimate side, like with a partner, like a romantic partner. However, romance can come in love forms, right? So this is like having care and affection for a friend. There's tenderness and a deeper relationship. For some, a deeper relationship could be in the talks. We have here the Knight of Swords coming through. Someone could be discussing their requirements. Okay, which could be of benefit if you're open to that, you or the other, right? Memories, you are reflecting on past love experiences, cherishing the warmth and lessons from previous relationships, Taurus. And boundaries, you have set clear boundaries in your relationships, protecting your emotional space and fostering healthy interactions. Okay? Fostering healthy interactions by setting healthy boundaries is supporting your emotional state. Okay? And memories, reflecting on past memories, this is experience, learned lessons, Okay, then we have loyalty. They have the Hangman on loyalty. Loyalty is a cornerstone of your relationship, Taurus. You and your partner are committed to one another, creating a stable foundation. This is to revive the connection, creating new boundaries, new schedules, so to speak, and boosting the romance. I'm getting like games, like when adults, want to spice it up in the room with their partner, they get some kind of games, like, So that's that kind of feel like different approaches in creating a different response, right? Or results, however you want to see it. We have the Three of Wands here on the inspiration. You're in a phase of great inspiration, Taurus. Every aspect of your work feels exciting and creativity flows with ease. Okay, inspiration. And this is looking beyond the norm of what you usually do. So that's what's creating this different atmosphere, this different tone in the room when you're getting on like to your tasks, arts and crafts, for example, right? Or if it's your job, like say you work in the legal field, like you're much more compassionate and invested in the outcome, the results, and the long term results, benefits of your work. Okay. Let's see what more for Taurus. The Chariot on romance, the Knight of Cups on memories. That's way too many. Boundaries. Okay, the Knight of Cups on memories. Okay, we'll see. We have here the Hierophant on boundaries, the Empress on loyalty, and the Magician on, I just need one more now. The Magician on the inspiration. So this is, like I'm saying, the norm, like refreshing, doing something new, bringing something new. Okay, then we have the Nine of Cups. Looking for new results, then like previous, like if we learned a lesson or we gain from an experience, doesn't so much have to be a lesson per se, right? But if we gain an experience from a situation, then the results are satisfying, right? Or whatever we take from it is satisfying, gaining that, education, that knowledge, right? And this is that feel, looking for new results. Based on past experience, now I want X amount of situations to occur based on this one decision that I make now. Versus before I made a certain decision on a certain situation, and I know the results from that, right? This is that kind of energy. So it's like really focus in on your decision making. Also when pertaining to work and collaboration with others. It's just like, okay, well, this is a new experience. And also not holding past situations on new individuals, right? Okay, you learn a situation or experience a situation with somebody else. Don't pin that on the next person, right? At the same time, keep in mind what you experienced, right? What you learned. Okay, use your knowledge now. You gain some form of wisdom. Okay, we have here loyalty. 8 of Wands, the Empress, and the Hanged Man on loyalty. Loyalty is a cornerstone of your relationship. Remember that. Okay, it's like a solid foundation, right? A main platform in the domain we need in life, right? You and your partner are committed to one another. Your partner could be your friend, a family member, a coworker, right? Your romantic lover, your children, right? Your neighbor, whoever you're working with, coexisting with, right? Collaborating with, that is your partner. Okay, so see it as such. Keep that in mind. Okay, you and your partner are committed to one another, creating a stable foundation, communication, right? Communicating the best outcome to be and how you're going to apply yourself. Communication is key because it's not the only key, but it's a main key that everyone should have, right? In order to keep clarity on the table. Ace of Swords, thank you, Spirit. And then the Queen of Wands. Okay? Boundaries. The Moon, the Hierophant Taurus energy at that you're stepping through in your reading, and to the Eight of Cups. So boundaries, you have set boundaries in your relationship, protecting your emotional space, fostering healthy interactions. Okay, so you have set boundaries. You notice some of your emotions being triggered to some degree with select individuals. Okay, so you set healthy boundaries in protecting your emotional state. Also, others set healthy boundaries in protecting their emotional state when connecting with you, right? They're seeking higher level of commitment, as are you, aren't you? Right? Protecting your emotional space and fostering healthy interactions. So ensuring there's, collaboration, inclusion. If you're stepping out, they're stepping out. There's the invitation, right? You're visiting them, they're visiting you kind of energy, okay? This is also pertaining to the communication, right? Open communication, back and forth, there's feedback, okay? And it's consistency. It's consistently, not Tuesdays only, right? And if so, like we know we only could talk Tuesdays only, so it's not when it's only convenient for you or only convenient for them. You know, say you need to talk to them on Thursday, but it's not Tuesday, you know, but you only talk to them on Tuesday. Well, they're only going to respond on Tuesday, whatever you come to them with on Thursday. So it's really like knowing what kind of boundaries are you putting in place, because then they're going to be respected, right? Okay, 8 of Cups, and vice versa. 8 of Cups, that's the walking away energy, knowing how you're applying, like I just said, applying yourself and the roles and schedules that you're applying to others, it's going to be applied to you. And that's, as far as you allow a situation to grow or yourself to grow in a situation, then that's where you'll grow, vice versa. The connection will grow as far as you allow it to. Okay, the High Priestess, the Knight of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. Thinking back on past memories, past goals, like when you were younger, you were a teen, young adult, whatnot, you had selected goals in mind. When we get this age, we could move in together. You know, we could all live together. We all roommate, or like, what did you have in mind? Oh, we would all have a car, and we'd be all meeting up at, you know, or even make a car club. Like, would you have that in mind? Going out on vacations, is that in mind? Like, we would all meet up, go for a drive or whatever, go to the movies, whatever. Like, it's like selective, like past goals you had in mind or intent. It's like coming to the forefront. I feel like even more so that your birthday's coming, because it's like another year, like close out another year. What have I achieved? And I feel like the inner child's coming through, subconsciously coming through to your conscience, and reminding you intuitively, right? Reminding you of your intents or your claims, past claims. You're reflecting on past love experiences, right? Cherishing the warmth and in conversations and lessons at that. Okay? It's on memory lane. I said this or that, or they said this or that. Oh, I remember this or that, and laughing and, you know, all that good stuff. And to call them and speak on that too is the excitement, I feel. Okay. Now, in the romance sense, there is need for adaptability, movement, and communication. Okay. Now, also that's could be pertaining to adapting to new forms of communications. Okay, as the benefit. Okay, so that's what's coming through there. Taurus, Spirit Animal Oracle, slow and steady wins the race. So getting refreshed. Turtles are unique by design, right? Their shell, harder. The shell's firm, but their body is so fragile, right? And so keep that in mind. You can be very fragile pertaining to a situation, and yet the outer appearance you're bringing forth could be more firm and stale is coming through. But is that what you want? Like, just reflect on that real quick, and then, you know, take it from there. Also, the water turtles are best in a water tropical climate, right? Well, not tropical, but the water climate, right? So that's where you want to go, refresh yourself, your emotions. I mean, tropical too, just depends on where you at. Okay, but that's that. Angel Ancestor Oracle, stand your ground, looking from a higher perspective with the mountain. Okay, because you can look from this perspective here, okay, that's good. But at different levels of this mountain, new heights, you're going to see new insights of a situation. Okay, so that's the field there. Okay, and the Goddess Power Oracle, we have focus, Taurus. Focus for structure, and then we have potential. There is potential to even revive situations that some could have thought it could never be revived. Well, based on investments, yeah, that could never be revived, right? Or a lack of investments, rather. But we have number 9, that's Virgo energy, pertaining to structure even. Okay, and then we have liberation. You have the ability to liberate yourself of the situation, and the situation at that could be liberated. Now, how do you apply yourself? All right, that's what I have for you, Taurus. Take care, peace, be, ciao.